Okay.
Come here, Bear. Come say hi. Get you on here. Hello.
Hey, guys.
It's been a rough week, but we made it.
Been rough.
We hope y'all did too.
Rough and ridiculous. As we know, tolerating insanity is insane itself. Horrible.
And I think we're all over. We're done with that.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
See ya.
Yep.
Okay, that was the husband. Hi. Hello, everybody. On today's show, we are going to discuss the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination and just basically everything that's been going on the last few days. I mean, it is truly wild what's going on. So stick around for all that today on the Angela Box Show.
Hello, my name is Angela Box. So you're calling my name.
Everybody has been in an extended period of mourning. We've all been in, I would say, pretty deep mourning for the last 3 or 4 days. And the thing that's really remarkable is how Charlie Kirk, who was a powerhouse in life, has now become an absolute legend in death. Like a martyr for our times, an absolute legend. People are now going and looking at his videos, people that had never watched him before. I'll be honest, I didn't watch Charlie Kirk that much. I mean, I admired the hell out of him and I knew how brilliant he was. But I went back and started watching these videos and I'm like, this guy is like amazing. And so now guess what? You stupid, filthy, shit-stained libs. Charlie's message is getting ready to explode around the world. Like the Democrat Party and you media hacks that have pushed this division and called us all Nazis and Hitler and threats to democracy and, you know, a dead Nazi's a good Nazi and rest in piss and all the really, truly lovely things that you have pushed out where psychotic leftists just grab onto it like manna from heaven. You know, you're now going to be reaping what you've sown. Like, I don't think they really quite get it yet, you guys. I don't think they get it. I think that they think that it's going to work like it did during, the Summer of Love 2020 with St. George Floyd of fentanyl. Or COVID, or the election of 2020. They think that by trying to shame us and, lie about what we're up to or what's actually going on, like that the great majority or the great unwashed is going to believe what they're saying. And so here's what they're doing now. Obviously, we know this Tyler Robinson piece of shit was a leftist. And the way the left is going about framing this in like a truly nonsensical and provably false way, it shows you how cynical these people really are. Because if you go look at these, retard leftist paid influencers on X, for example, like Brooklyn Dad Defiant or JoJo from Jurors, that meth face, or Harry Sisson or Twink 1 or Twink 2, the Krasensteins, like they're all saying the exact same thing. And so are Occupy Democrats, and so is NPR, and so is everybody. And essentially it's this narrative that Tyler Robinson comes from a deeply Republican family who are deeply Christian, as far right, as far MAGA as you can get. And they're like extrapolating that to be like, see MAGA, he's one of yours. And what's remarkable is that the most cursory of searches will show you that no, he was radicalized by assholes like Occupy Democrats, okay? He was radicalized by Antifa Discord servers. Like, this is a proven fact. The stuff that's on his bullets were Antifa slogans. Like, get the F out of here, okay? But this is how, like, again, cynical I think the Democrats and the media are being. Because they know very well what kind of level of useful idiot they're dealing with, okay? They know that their followers are stupid, okay? They're stupid. They know they're stupid. So they're going to put out this nonsense that Tyler Robinson was a Republican. It's like, does that even make any sense whatsoever? Like, why would Tyler Robinson, why would a MAGA person shoot arguably the biggest name in youth MAGA? Like, why would they do that? And now the latest smear is they're saying, well, Tyler Robinson was actually a devotee of Nick Fuentes, who didn't like Charlie Kirk because of X, Y, and Z. And so really, Tyler Robinson is some, to the right of Attila the Hun. It's like, again, provably false. You know what was wild is that even Martina Navratilova, who has been on the forefront of fighting against trans ideology, like, she put out a hot take about how it was some white Christian nationalists and aren't you all stupid? And everyone's like, Martina, like, what? And she went in with the Nick Fuentes stuff too. Like, it's wild. It's like provably false lies are going across the internet and going across the media landscape like fire, like prairie fire. And the media is not doing anything to tamp this down. The media is not doing anything to say, actually, you guys, he was on the left. And maybe that should cause us in the media and the Democrat Party, who, tell their followers to do whatever it takes to stop Republicans, wink, wink. Maybe it's time for us to cool the temperature a bit. They don't, because they want this. They want this to continue. They want the next Charlie Kirk to happen, not because Charlie was a hateful person, but because he was effective. And because when you look at Democrats' fading numbers, they've lost 4 million voters in like the last 2 years. Now, granted, some of those could be from the illegals Trump is deporting. I don't know. But it sounds to me like more and more people are walking away, as Brandon Straka rightfully created an organization called Walk Away for those disaffected Democrats. So I imagine that the death of Charlie is not only going to galvanize a world of conservatives, a world of Christians, a world of normal people who are sick of being held hostage by blue-haired fat trannies posing as public school teachers. Okay, we're done. We're all done here. And this is what's wild, is that now we've got consequences being delivered in swift fashion to filthy leftist scum on the internet who were not just criticizing Charlie Kirk, which is how NPR put it. NPR was like, oh, people are losing their jobs for criticizing social media posts. Whatever. It's like, no, shit stains at the NPR. People are getting fired from their jobs because they're actively celebrating an assassination of Charlie Kirk. That's why they're getting fired. You absolute garbage humans. See, you skated too long. You skated in a world that kissed your ass and was afraid to confront you because, God forbid, you stand with all 10 toes on there are only two genders. I mean, we wouldn't want to offend the pronoun people. Those days are over. And so if you thought that this was going to stop the movement that Charlie created, you're in for a world of hurt. All right, so I'm going to be dropping a few X posts here or Instagram posts, whatever, social media posts of the things that these people have been saying. And it's not just that they're like regular, people working at McDonald's, okay? Like, these are teachers. These are people in the military. These are people in the medical field. These are people in academia, obviously. Not only academia on the college level, but a ton of public school K through 12 teachers are out there posting about how it was really great that Charlie got assassinated. That's great. And again, the way the media is framing it, like that it's a both sides thing. And the only thing they can reference is January 6th. Like, that's it, you guys. You mean the Fedsurrection, the setup that was planned over a year in advance because they knew exactly how they were going to get rid of Trump, and they figured there would be some problems afterwards with FBI agents all in the crowd, like ushering people to come in and, giving high fives to undercover people, cops giving high fives to undercover people, or the DC pipe bomber waving to DC police as they drive by. Like, that January 6th, you stupid idiots. when people on the right can literally, throw an effing dart over the last 4 or 5 years to the crap you gutter scum have pulled on the rest of us. And let me tell you something, gutter scum. As I said before, nobody's afraid of you anymore, okay? After this, nobody cares. F your feelings. F your feelings up the ass with no lube. How about that? F your feelings. Okay, nobody cares anymore. If you thought MAGA was bold, you ain't seen nothing yet. And it's like y'all killed the one guy who was actually willing to have a dialogue with you absolute lunatics. Like nobody else will do that. Like everybody else, me included, will just blowtorch you. Okay. And on that note, the latest update is not only that everyone is saying I am Charlie, and not only did his beautiful, beautiful bride, who drove by in a motorcade with his coffin, accompanied by Vice President Vance and his wife Usha, this photo that someone captured of Erica, putting Charlie's cross out the window with, obviously she's incredibly distraught. That's going to go down on the level of Trump's fight, in really putting into a picture a moment, and really putting into a picture a moment when everything changed. And one of the last tweets of Charlie's was he brought attention to the murder of Irina Zarutska. And it was really eerie that just a few days later, he was murdered. And someone made this meme, and it really captures what we are now experiencing. And it simply says, September 2025 is when everything changed. And there's a photo of Irina right before she's stabbed to death by a lunatic black man who screams, "I got the white girl." And then next to it is Charlie as his head is going backwards as he's been hit. So, Charlie, your death will not be in vain, my friend. We all feel like we know you. We all feel like we're on this journey with you. And your beautiful wife, Erica, is going to carry on your legacy. And she dropped us all with that amazing speech she gave. And I'm going to, let's actually roll a little of that right here.
Evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country. And this world, you have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die. All of us will refuse to let that happen. No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it. It will become stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. My husband's mission will not end, not even for a moment. And one of Charlie's greatest talents was his ability, this phenomenal ability to choose great people to follow him.
Okay, so Erica has promised to carry on the movement of Charlie. And not only that, but there have been evidently like a ton of people stepping up and be like, I'm covering the Kirk's living expenses from now until eternity. Like a few of them have done that. So Erica and her children will be just fine. And Turning Point will not only be fine, it's going to explode in popularity. And again, they didn't kill Charlie because he was a hateful man. They killed Charlie because he's effective. He's effective. And so, you know, I hope there's not some mad dash within Turning Point USA to like try and fill Charlie's shoes, because you can't. You can't fill Charlie Kirk's shoes. But what you can do is continue his legacy and spread out all over the country. I mean, if Charlie's doing tours, guess what? 10 people could be doing tours because they're not Charlie, but they're part of Turning Point. And you can go all around the country and just spread out like a hive of hornets going across and laying waste to these leftists all throughout the country. Now, it will be hard not to make fun of them and to speak to them in a polite manner like Charlie did. Again, I could never. They're too easy targets. But at the same time, I think when you talk to someone one-on-one, you take away the wall of the internet or the wall of Twitter or the wall of TV, and you're dealing with a real person. And so if you're talking to a real person, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be like, you're a retarded piece of shit. Like, you're not going to do that. Okay. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it, whatever. But when you're talking to someone, and that's why Charlie Kirk was so damn effective, because he actually took the time to talk to these people. And he got quite a few converts along the way. And I mean, again, there's so many videos going out of Charlie. I'm going to drop just one here of him talking to a young man, actually, who had taken puberty blockers from the time he was very young to the point where it looks like a girl. And this young man is saying, I want to detransition. And the way Charlie talked to him was just human to human. It was beautiful. So here's that clip.
I've been a little confused lately about kind of like myself. I kind of present a little more feminine, but I actually was born a man, and I wanted to know what your thoughts are on like me. What path do you think I should go down?
Did you go through surgery, or did you
Not
take
yet.
puberty blockers?
Yes, I did.
What age did you take puberty on?
I started, I think, when I was 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
You kind of regret that?
It's hard to tell because obviously I've never lived a life where I went through puberty as a man.
It's a toughie, right? Because you can't like reverse it, right?
If I stop taking them completely, it will be reversed.
Okay.
And I will eventually go through male puberty and become a man, which I am considering.
Living with your natural design would give you more peace than I think you might realize.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. What else can I say that hasn't already been said? Like, I think what's shocking for all of us is, I mean, obviously the reactions. We've all had a few days to digest those and go from being shocked to being, we're going to kick all your asses. Like, we're all done here times 1,000. So we've gone from the point of being in shock that our fellow humans could behave. And now we are going to just open up go throttle, go put the gear shift, throttle the gear shift all the way to high, whatever. We're done. And we've also learned that the media industrial complex, the leftist media industrial complex, whether that's online or TV, internet, whatever, they are very well aware that they're lying. They, meaning the media, Democrat influencers, are very well aware that they are not telling the truth about this story. Yet they're lying about it anyway. They're lying in a most egregious way by basically implying that Tyler Robinson was some sort of Republican. Okay. It's literally insane. And there's zero evidence to support that. The only thing the media can say is that Tyler, his whole family was Republican. So ergo, he must be a Republican. Again, no, you're leaving out you're leaving out the plot twist, media. He was indoctrinated by leftists like you. and like the lunatics in Antifa, which hopefully is now going to be finally declared a terrorist organization. But yet you're leaving out that part because you know your listeners are stupid. Okay. And that is the bottom line of all of this. So I don't know, man. Where do we go from here? We're going to go onward and upward, and we are going to be bigger and bolder and badder than we've ever been. If you thought you were going to shut people like Charlie Kirk up after this, you have unleashed the lion. You have released the dragon from its chains. And now we are coming after you, not in a violent way, not like you guys play, but in the arena of ideas. And we're going to defeat you. And it's, y'all, put book on it now. The midterms are going to be an absolute disaster for the Democrat Party. Between Arena getting murdered in the media, not talking about it, but people figuring out what's going on, to all the Democrats releasing all the black criminals onto the street to commit more crimes, no cash bail, blah, 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 all for, systemic racism, injustice, blah, 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 and then coddling up to illegal aliens, to Trump coming in and showing you how it's done, cleaning up your filthy cities. The Democrats are done. And God only knows the kind of crap they're going to pull from now until the midterms. But expect it to be more like this. Because again, they have made the calculation that their followers are retards. Okay. And they're going to continue on with this. So gird your loins, prepare for it, and fight back all the time. All right. That's where I'm going to leave today's video. Let me know what you think down below. It's quite the monologue. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, do all the things. I will be done. Bye.